The situation that prompted Great Falls area schools to go into shelter in place today.
It stemmed from a tense morning outside a Helena Valley Elementary School after a suspicious object was discovered on the school grounds. It happened at Rossiter Elementary School off of Sierra Road. Law enforcement closed Sierra Road between the frontage road and North Montana and made sure there was a safe path out of the area to evacuate students. Now, although there was no suspected danger in the Great Falls area, schools here still followed emergency protocol as a precaution. Shelter-in-place protocol means people should seek safety within the building that they're in, rather than evacuate the area or seek a community emergency shelter. Longfellow Elementary School Principal Lance Boyd says that decisions like this one often come from the district level.
So we have district protocols that we use to initiate all sorts of safety drills and mechanisms within our building, and it's initiated typically at the district level or from our school resource officers, and then we train and practice on these drills all the time. So it becomes second nature to be able to respond.
Helena area law enforcement initially reported the object to be a possible explosive device, but law enforcement now says it doesn't appear the item was dangerous at all.
MTN's Jonathan Amberian has been following this story all day. He has the latest from Rossiter Elementary in Helena.
By Tuesday afternoon, things were back to normal at Helena's Rossiter Elementary School. For much of the morning, law enforcement had been on scene investigating what was then believed to be an improvised explosive device found on the school playground. But at an afternoon news conference, Lewis and Clark County Sheriff Leo Dutton said it appears the item was not an explosive. School officials found it around 8:20 Tuesday morning. They closed off the area around the item, contacted law enforcement, and evacuated students to the nearby Little Red Schoolhouse. Dutton said officers on the ground found a plastic bottle. Until trained bomb experts were able to safely examine it, he said they had to treat it as though it might be an explosive.
The pop bottle had black tape around it. It was filled with nuts, bolts, and washers, and had a liquid in it. For the most untrained eye, including mine, would probably guess that quite possibly was an explosive device.
Investigators say the bottle came from a construction site, and they believe it was moved by a homeless individual. Dutton said it was not a hoax, and there was no malicious intent. He said the sheriff's office was releasing the information they had from their investigators as they got it.
Our purpose was to let people know, one, there was no one injured. Then it was told that it did explode. Still, there was no one injured. The kids were safe. That's what I needed to get out to the public. That's why we reported the information we had.
While this turned out not to be an explosive, Dutton said the school reacted correctly, and his office treats every case like this seriously.
We will take it on face value every time and treat it accordingly that it is some kind of exploding device.
In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
Rossiter students did not return to class today. Helena College also canceled classes on its 2 campuses and sent students home. Other Helena and East Helena schools were placed on lockdown and swept for threats. That lockdown was lifted just after 11 a.m.